So I just picked this 2024 Ford Maverick up at my local dealer. I just happened to drive by a few miles outside of my town and saw this unicorn sitting on the lot. I had a 2018 Ford F-150 XLT. I've had a lot of different F-150s over the years and Rams and Silverados, but I've just been hung up on getting my hands on one of these vehicles. Driving experience so far is awesome. It hugs the road. It's an all-wheel drive with the 2.0 four-cylinder. Runs like a champ, gets about 30 miles to the gallon. Right now, I couldn't be happier. It's important to note what you might want in a pickup truck. This is not going to pull a camper very easy. They say it will. I would be nervous to pull a camper with this. I've had a 3/4 ton Dodge Laramie, pulled a fifth wheel trailer. I've pulled several different RVs over the years. I would not want to pull a trailer with this, even with the 4K tow package, unless it's just a lawnmower trailer. Braking and all those kind of safety features are so key when you're pulling an RV, and I would just be very cautious with this unless you have a very small pop-up. I think the Airstream base camp would be pushing it, or you're really going to have to find something in about that 3,000 or less weight limit, because keep in mind it's 4,000 overall pounds, and you're going to load things into your trailer. You're going to have another probably occupant in the vehicle. Just keep that in mind. You really want to be safe when you're pulling a camper. So I don't think this would answer that box for me, but driving this thing on the road, going 100 miles away, traveling back and forth to work, it's awesome. I believe this is the Azure Gray model, and I really like this color. I found this at my local dealership, and it was sitting there and somebody backed out of it, so I thought it was kind of a rare unicorn. So just a walk around to this all-wheel drive Ford Maverick with the 2.0 four-cylinder. Really love this truck after driving it about 1,000 miles. And with the 2.0 on the highway, I drove to Springfield, Missouri, about 100 miles away, and I was able to get about 30 miles to the gallon. Again, apologize for the glare here on the video, but I do have another white FX4 with sunroof and Copilot 360 on order, and these are just cool truck. The bed seems to be enough size for me. Scan the QR code and there's all kinds of DIY things. So I really dig the inside of this truck. I like the interior of it. You know, it's just kind of got that gray denim feel, and I really like these doors and the materials. There's a ton of space for drinks. This model does have a few items here in the back that I like. It's got the AC, so you got your 110 plug-in, and you've got some connectivity for USB-C and basic USB. All right, super cool in here. I love it. Got tons of controls on this Ford steering wheel with the Ford blue oval badge. Gotta love that. You got cruise control, you got volume up, down. Of course, you got your menu, you got all your phone controls. This is a pretty nice setup in here. Nothing fancy on the controls here. You can see here I got 29.3 miles to the gallon. This is the 2.0 EcoBoost, so I'm very happy with that. I drove it about 200 miles and averaged 30.7, I believe. Pretty cool menus. This is driver assist. It does have Copilot 360. You turn the Copilot 360 on with this button, so you can shut the system on and off with the button over here, which is your turn signal button. Standard turn signals. I love the hazard. Usually you have to track down a hazard button. This one's right in the middle, right under the radio. Got a cool little Maverick deal. You can get to some other settings here with the menu, information display, driver's assist, which you may or may not like, you know, some of these things, and you can check the boxes or remove them. You've got a lane keeping system, pre-collision, all that standard information. You know, trailer sway control, cross traffic alert, you name it. 360 is pretty cool. Pretty active touchscreen, pretty simple to use. My radio up, it's got Apple CarPlay, which I dig that. One cool feature here, if it's too bright, you're not a big radio fan, you can just shut off the screen and hit it again, and it goes completely dark with that button. That's pretty cool if you don't want the radio on, or you don't want to look at a screen all night when you're driving or during the day. Like the hard buttons, they're more basic, they're easier to find. It's got a heated steering wheel, which my wife absolutely loves. It's got the heated seats on both sides. Just single zone climate control, so if the wifey likes a different temperature, too bad in this rig. So pretty cool setup here, just a plastic deal. You can lay your phone here. It doesn't charge it, but it's a good space for your phone. Just a lot of cool space here that you can do stuff with. You can put your phone here and actually have your phone charger plugged into it here. I like that. I kind of like this dial. Some people grump about it, but it's pretty cool. It does have the low feature. I love this little traction control button. Traction control off, or you can turn it back on. And then you've got your little button here that does all of your different drive modes. So you got your normal, you got your toy haul, you got slippery, you got an eco setting, and the sport setting. And then the pesky auto stop start that some people like. I certainly don't. I don't want to wear out my starter and a lot of other things, so I usually have to push that off, but you do have to push it off. One other cool feature, I love this thing. If you, when it's turned on and you're in a traffic jam, you let off the gas and brake it, it will hold the brake in place so you can take your foot off. I really like that. Pretty nice dash surfaces. I like this solid new Ford's done a nice job. You've got some nice areas you can throw keys or whatever you need up there. This is kind of useless, people talk about, but maybe I'll find something to poke in there. It's got airbags, all that good stuff. I got a place to put my sunglasses. Lights up here, pretty simple controls. No auto garage door buttons, so you're gonna have to put your standard garage door opener there. I like this big deep glove box, pretty nice. All kinds of space to put change, whatever you really need here. All these pull out and you can just wash them, probably in the dishwasher, or just rinse them off inside. This thing's really deep, and you can buy you know, all kinds of little gadgets to put in here to organize things. This is a nice surface here, really nice, comfortable, but I really like how you can rest your arm and everything in this vehicle. It's just a nice vehicle. No auto dim. That's kind of weird in a new vehicle, but yep, no auto dim here. And finally, one of the main reasons I wanted this 2024 Ford Maverick is it fits in my garage awesome. So I've had a lot of full-size trucks, and I've got a standard garage here. This truck is about 4 feet smaller than the F-150. So my F-150, 255 inches, I think, and this is 199, so I've got a lot more space to get around this vehicle. So finally, if you're looking for a cool little pickup truck and you're not expecting an F-150 or a Silverado or a Ram, this kind of checks a lot of the boxes for a guy like me right now. I don't pack a lot of people around in it. It's a pretty good, solid little pickup truck. It's got the all-wheel drive, so you can get everywhere. You just kind of have to know what boxes you need to check. If you need that locking four-wheel drive, you're going to want the FX4 package. This is more of a standard model, and then there's a lot of exhausted availability on these. So right now the wheels are exhausted availability on the 2024. I've heard the sunroof is mud flaps, and also this protective cover on the front. So those are some, at least, things that I've heard. They could be rumors. But if you're wanting to get your hands on one of these, your best bet might be just to find one that exists already. If you've ordered one like me and there's exhausted availability on certain things. You may want to change your package or talk to your dealer about that. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get one, but hope you enjoy the Ford Maverick. If you get an opportunity to drive one, I think you'll like it.